The country has been ravaged this week by a pair of natural disasters. The Caldor Fire continues to tear across Northern California, threatening the popular Lake Tahoe area. Hurricane Ida made landfall a week ago today, cutting a path of destruction through Louisiana before flooding out the Northeast. Scientists are pointing again to our changing climate. In addition to the urgent human and environmental costs, experts are laying out the financial price of inaction. NBC's Thompson has our Sunday focus.
For many Americans, this is the week climate change hit home. Louisiana left in the dark. Water knocked commuters rushed into New York subway stations.
That's a 1 in a 500-year rainfall event.
One of California's vacation destinations evacuated. Fires and storms made more ferocious by our warming world.
If you don't believe in science, gotta believe your own eyes. Come here and experience the smash-mouth realities of climate change taking shape in real time.
At home and around the globe, the World Meteorological Society reporting weather disasters are happening 4 to 5 times more often and causing 7 times more damage than in the 1970s. What did this week show us about America's resilience to climate change?
We're clearly not well prepared at all. Not for the climate change we're experiencing right now, and definitely not for what's coming our way in the years ahead.
Dr. Rachel Cletus says America's infrastructure took it on the chin, dramatically illustrating the need to be better prepared. What is the cost-benefit analysis of climate change versus investment?
The most expensive, the most harmful thing we can do right now is to just stick with business as usual and the status quo. Investing up front is always better than picking up the pieces afterwards.
Cletus says we need buildings and mass transit to withstand storms and floods, create more green spaces to lower temperatures in our concrete-laden cities, and transition to clean, renewable energy. In New Orleans, the levees held, but the power lines failed.
It is really miraculous and wonderful that the levees held. That said, there could be worse storms coming our way because we know climate change is making these storms more intense.
Storms made stronger by heat-trapping gases produced when we burn fossil fuels, coal, oil, and gas. Is what we saw this past week a warning shot about what our future could be?
This is only the beginning. This is with 1 degree Celsius of global average warming. When we get to 1.5 degrees, it's going to be worse. And if we let it get beyond that, it's going to be catastrophic.
Susan Joy Hassel is the Director of Climate Communication. Are you surprised by what we saw this past week?
I'm not surprised by what we've seen. I think most of us are a little surprised with the speed at which we've seen it. We didn't expect to see some of these things for decades.
New York broke its own week-old record with more than 3 inches of rain in an hour. California's Dixie Fire, which started in July, is the largest single wildfire in state history. And Louisiana, recovering from the second Category 4 hurricane to roar across its shores in as many years, destroying lives in its wake.
It is heartbreaking.
Ann joins me now live. Ann, good morning. We know trillions of infrastructure dollars are about to flow out of Washington. So what does that proposed legislation do to get at the problem of climate change?
Well, there are 2 pieces of legislation, Willie. The first is that infrastructure plan. It costs $1 trillion. It actually passed with bipartisan support in the Senate, and it offers money for things like electric vehicle charging stations and modernizing the grid, as well as repairing roads and bridges. President Biden also has a proposed spending plan, $3.5 trillion. That includes things like tax incentives for clean energy and electric vehicles, but that is facing resistance from moderate Democrats as well as Republicans. All of this, what it shows is that some of these proposals are trying to alleviate the problems that we'll see in the future, but they are also trying to focus on the things that we're facing now, to simply modernize our aging systems to make sure we don't see power outages and flooded streets like we did this past week.
clearly the focus and the approach has to change. It's right in front of us every day. Ann Thompson, thank you so much, and appreciate it. Good to see you.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.